Good morning, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Come to you this morning with, I actually come to you this morning with an excuse. So yesterday on Sunday, I was going to do several videos and get those ready and get those uploaded for you. And we were headed to church yesterday morning, and my wife says, "You want to go to IKEA?" And I'm like, "What?" She says, "Do you want to go to IKEA?" Well, for those of you that don't know, IKEA is, an hour, 45 minutes away. And I'm like, well, I guess. And so yesterday's plans for videos to upload for you guys to see kind of, they got put on the back burner a little bit. I don't want to say they got ruined because I'm still going to do them. But the timing of everything has kind of been messed up a little bit. But anyway, the good news is I do have a book haul for you this morning. And so on the way down to Kansas City, or Merriam, Kansas rather, to go to IKEA, we had stopped at Books Revisited in St. Joe, one of my favorite bookstores. They do used books. They're connected to the St. Joe Public Library, and they do used books. And they're well priced, a couple bucks for a hardback, $1 for a paperback, and so I partook and found a few. I usually do, and so I wanted to show those to you. I also had a couple others. I went out to Wiseman's and found a couple volumes also on, Saturday, I guess. And I wanted to show you that. So let me start with those two, and then I'm going to get to the books from Revisited. So I was looking out at Wiseman's, and I found this paperback, The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. Now, some of you might remember they came out with a movie on this, and this is a memoir about from Jeanette Walls. Very good book. She led what some people would call a troubled childhood. She doesn't make excuses in her book, though. I mean, it is she looks at it as it is what it is. But her husband told her she ought to write a memoir on her life, and that's what she did. And this is a good book. I've started it, as you can see. I've gotten a little ways into it. I'll probably have that done before the end of the week, and I'm going to do a video on this. I'm not real sure how I'm going to do it. My daughter wants to read it. My wife wants to read it, and I think my daughter and I were wanting to do some sort of combo video with that, but I will have that done pretty soon. Maybe I'll do a book review and then I'll do a combo video on it with her. I'm not sure. I'm gonna figure something out with that. But so far it's a very interesting book. The second volume that I picked up was a John Grisham book. Now, you guys could probably see that up on my bookshelf up there, all the way across, I've got, except for right in here where the kids videos, or excuse me, not kids videos, kids books are, his young adult ones. I'm missing a couple of those, but all of the adult stuff right up above here, I've got every one of them. And I had every one of them in hardback except one, which was Gray Mountain. And my daughter had bought the paperback for me for my birthday, 5 years ago. That seems like forever ago. But I was very happy to find this hardback edition, and it is like seriously in brand new condition. And so I was very happy to put that up on the shelf and complete the hardbacks. Now, those are the books I found at Wiseman. And then yesterday at Books Revisited, I found a few volumes, and actually most of these are more world history, or at least European maybe, except one. I'll show you that one first, and then I'll show you the world history books. And the first non-world history one that I found was The Civil War, Strange and Fascinating Facts by Burke Davis. And I've got a couple other books by Burke Davis that I really like, and so I've added. I saw his name and I was like, well, that'd probably be worth grabbing. So I grabbed that. And then getting into the world history, I got this biography from Antonia Fraser Cromwell, the Lord Protector. Now, if you've never read Antonia Fraser, she is a very, very good author. I read biography on Mary Queen of Scots, and if I ever find any more of her biographies on the kings and queens of Europe, I am going to definitely pick them up, because I enjoyed Mary Queen of Scots, and so I picked this one up, and pretty positive I am going to enjoy that. The next one I picked up was called Religious Poverty and the Profit Economy in Medieval Europe by Lester K. Little. Now, as I've shared with you guys before, my world history collection, or even European history, is fairly limited, and so when I saw these couple volumes, I was pretty excited about that to add to my collection. I don't know if they're going to be any good, because to be honest, I don't know the author names as nearly as well as I don't know them at all, like I do American history. I see some author names, I know what to pick up and what not to pick up with American, but I don't know with European or world history. And so I'm just now getting to where I'm learning some of the names. And in my collection, I don't think I have anything on Islam and its effect on European history or world history. I was looking, and I just don't know that I have anything. It's not been a subject that's really interested me much, and so I just never bought anything. But I had been recently thinking I need to add a unit into my world history class on Islam, because they've most definitely had an impact on world history. And so I just kept thinking to myself, I better start buying stuff so I can teach myself. So I found a couple volumes on that. God's Crucible, Islam in the Making of Europe, 570 to 1215 by David Levering Lewis. And so I found these. I don't know if these are like key titles or anything. You guys will have to tell me, what you think, if these were good pickups or not. But I'm just not sure. I need to teach myself somehow. So I thought, well, I found these. Might as well pick them up. Here's the last volume that I got in this book haul, Bernard Lewis, and What Went Wrong? Western Impact and Middle Eastern Response. And so this was, when I was reading the front cover of this, it sounded like this was kind of a Muslim response to the European strength of Europe, and how the Muslims responded to that. And I may have misread that, but that's kind of what it looked like. So Lewis highlights the striking differences between Western and Middle Eastern cultures from the 18th to the 20th centuries, with thought-provoking comparisons of such things as Christianity and Islam, music and the arts, and the position of women, secularism, and the civil society, and the clock and the calendar, and then it had just had some other stuff on that front cover, and so I just thought maybe that sounded all right to pick up. But anyway, that was my book haul this weekend. You guys let me know what you think. I know it's a small book haul, and Books Revisited didn't have a ton of stuff with American history, so that was what I saw, so that's what I picked up. And anyway, I probably better wrap this video up. I plan on doing let's see, I got a book review that I've got all prepared. I just got to do it on Crown of Blood. I finished that this weekend. That was really good, so I'm going to do a video on that. And then I have 4 different book tags that I want to do that I've kind of got lined out. I just got to do them. So stay tuned, BookTube, because I'll be coming at you with those videos here pretty quick. Till next time, happy reading.